Eastern on Fox.
Back down.
The Ravens opened as a 3-point favorite, now bet up to a 3.5-point home favorite for the next game of the year. This is Dolphins at Ravens next Sunday for home field advantage in the AFC. So, Keyshawn, what does this point spread tell you?
Well, as you always say, 3 points for the home team.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It just says that money's coming in on Baltimore.
Yep.
I'm not a big point spread guy because I like to look at the eye test, not necessarily the money line.
Okay.
I think that when I look at the Miami Dolphins versus Baltimore, and Baltimore being at home, Baltimore is a better team. What they have to do, though, is they have to somehow keep Lamar clean. And that means he can't get into the 4-sack situation that the Dallas Cowboys got in. They can't allow that Bradley Chubb to pin his ears back and go and get the quarterback.
Well, it helps if you block him at all, right?
It certainly helps if you block him. What they've got to decide to do, don't be afraid of number 5 in Jalen Ramsey, which is a dominant corner in this league. But the Dallas Cowboys were not afraid. They went with Brandon Cooks, a veteran receiver, in the red zone, a shorter guy against a long guy. So now all of a sudden you got Zay Flowers. Don't be afraid to line him up on him and throw at him. Zay Flowers is the CeeDee Lamb of this football team in the passing game. Don't allow those guys to disappear like the Dallas Cowboys did with CeeDee Lamb. 4 catches, 90-plus yards and a touchdown, and then we couldn't find him. But it wasn't on him as much as it was on the play calling. I don't see the Baltimore Ravens allowing those things to happen, but offensively, they got to keep Lamar clean. Yeah. Just keep him clean and allow him to do what he needs to do.
So, Richard, let me rephrase the question for you. Do you think Baltimore is decidedly better? I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry, I said Richard. Michael, do you think Baltimore is decidedly better than Miami?
Yes, I do. But Miami is so explosive that they're never out of it. And Baltimore can't really match that explosiveness. And here's why Baltimore plan of attack. We saw some of it yesterday. Key just alluded to it. Baltimore attacks inside, and Zay Jones going to be that star guy. Now, they're not going to go away from that. Those opportunities and those plays that they make inside. Baltimore really goes outside where Miami's strength is, where they have those 2 corners. Baltimore played the game inside, so they're staying away from Miami's strength already and playing towards, I think, an area that we saw yesterday is a little bit of Miami's weakness with CeeDee Lamb and with eating them up. Imagine that run. Imagine Zay Jones, who's a little faster, quicker than CeeDee Lamb, getting those passes. He can really make some things happen up in the middle of that football field. So I do believe that but even when you do all of that, there is Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the other side, and they can turn that corner just that quick. But Baltimore, if you get to the quarterback like they did Purdy, they can close this thing down. Because Tua is not that elusive. No. He can't buy a little time.
Agreed.
And if they get to Tua, this thing ends quickly.
Okay, so last night, the Ravens at kickoff were 6-point dogs at San Francisco, and we talked all week, and I know Keyshawn and I picked the Ravens, but I thought the 6-point spread was just silly because the Ravens are a little better than the 49ers, and they proved to be significantly better. I think they're also decidedly better than the Dolphins will be at Baltimore in the cold on Sunday. So, to me, this should have opened as a 6-point Baltimore home favorite, the flip of what it was at San Francisco. And I'm going to read you quickly a quote from Patrick Queen that was after last night's game that will impact this game against the Dolphins. This says it all to me. This is Patrick Queen right after the game last night. We play a brand of football that people don't want to play. Everybody wants to be out here cute playing basketball on grass. We're not with all that. If you do that stuff, you're just going to get hit in the mouth every play. That's what happened last night at San Francisco. Cute got hit in the mouth every play. I believe Dolphins cute, Mike McDaniel's cute, will get hit in the mouth every play in the cold at Baltimore on Sunday.
Yeah, I think
Mike McDaniel's cute ain't nowhere near as physical as San Francisco cute and Kyle Shanahan's cute. So that's what I'm saying too. It's a whole different kind of cute here.
Here's why I like Baltimore on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
That long, tall drink of water and Kyle Hamilton, the safety, can play everywhere.
But that dude.
All over the place. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Yeah, Key, you saw that, and right quick, I know we're leaving. You saw a little glimpse of Ed Reed. I heard y'all talking about that play, and of course Kittle has to take a high route on that 7 route. But Kyle Hamilton, he was kind of baiting him to throw that ball. They knew they were going to try to go back to Deebo Samuel. And Kittle came deep on that corner. I say that's Ed Reed type stuff. Yeah. He was going to bait him and get that interception anyway. Kyle Hamilton is a bad boy.
Now, you never really know, Skip, it's going to be cooler in Baltimore than it is in South Florida.
Yeah.
And you know how I am about South Florida teams or Florida teams in general, traveling to cooler climates. It just never really seems to work out for them. Never really seems to work out for them.
Okay, up next, here's the question. Did you feel sorry for or blame that poor referee who got in Lamar's way last night in the end zone? Merry Christmas, Cowboy fans. Dak Prescott hit Brandon Cooks for a touchdown on 3rd and goal from the 8 to give the Cowboys a 20-19 lead. But 3 minutes and 27 seconds remain. Plenty of time for the Dolphins to move 64 yards in 12 what felt like inevitable plays, including the walk-off field goal. Dolphins 22, Cowboys 20. A game that mixed the emotions of Cowboy fans the world over. So much to like, but so many lumps of coal in our stockings. Defense was so solid, then so vulnerable. The offense was so unstoppable, then so flawed. In the end, to me, it just felt like we've lost our winning edge just when legit contenders are peaking and taking off. But I want to know what Playmaker thinks. Michael Irvin, were you encouraged or discouraged by 22-20?
And now, Skip, it's hard for me because I'm such a positive person and all. Don't get your feet off the table.
I want to hear you talk.
Put your feet down and let me finish. All right. I'm such a positive person, glass half full kind of person.
Yes, you are.
Now, and I must admit this. This is different, Skip. This is different because I'm sitting next to you now, and I'm a competitor, a great competitor. So when I sit next to all them other dirty dog, devil, Dallas Cowboys hating, I naturally flare up ready for a fight.
You do.
But since I'm sitting next to someone who loves the Cowboys like I do, now I'm willing to open my ear gate and listen. Yep. And I know you tried to tell me some of these things. And I said, no, I still see the Dallas Cowboys as an elite team. Now, yesterday, I say discouraged. I say discouraged because this. You have to, and I said it last week, you have to conquer this demon. In this league, they don't let you take them and win anyway. You got to conquer this demon.
You do.
And they didn't exercise that demon.
They did not.
Exercise that demon.
No.
So now you have to see him again. You don't get rid of him. You got to go on the road. You got to play your games to get to where you want to be on the road. Now, I do think, though, Skip, is I'm discouraged with it, Key, but I can see it say, well, this is what every team is. We started this season talking about top teams in the NFC. I mean, the top teams we have in the NFC. And each have rotated on that top spot. Philly has rotated, San Fran, now Dallas, and all come and just keep rotating. In the NFC, and I still have San Fran probably out front, this is what it is. Yeah. This is what it's going to be. So I am discouraged that the Cowboys are not an elite team like I want them to be. But I'm encouraged the rest of the league, at least certainly the rest of the NFC says, anybody has a chance this year.
Fair enough. All right, Keyshawn, your reaction.
They don't, They don't, get on out of here.
Because you are going on the road. That does matter, Michael.
Yes.
The silver lining and all that, that's cool, but you are going on the road, and you have not shown me